What is up, everybody? Arthur here with Cox Create, aka Concrete Toys, aka Blue Eyes, and we got the Foggy Geezer, Judd, and we are here for a special day and special stream because we have
St. Patrick's Day.
Saint. Random. I was like, and then I was thinking, I'm like, it's not March. Josh has been drinking early. He's like, I had food coloring to everything. Everything is green. And but welcome to episode 74. Who would have thunk that we were down to we're at 74 episodes this stream. And you know, we got the Canuck in the house, Cutthroat Comics. And then we also got RG. RG's early. Holy crap. Thank you, RG, for being in here. We got Four Feathers in the house is up. I was reading his comment as I was saying that. And then we got Diggs Figs in here as well. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Josh. And wow, he says, wow, the gang is back. Cutthroat said it. Yes, the gang is back. But we got our seat reserved for our fourth gang member. That sounds weird when I say it like that. I know.
Hey now,
back, but it's like he is. I mean, he's part of the crew. He's family.
Yeah, but we're not a gang.
I mean, we could be.
I like group.
Group makes you feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our guest today. I mean, he might be. He might be one of those OGs. You might want to be called a gang.
He's just got his bandana on.
Right. But anyway, you guys know what it is. You see the nice diamonds falling in the background. You guys read the title. That's what you guys are here for. And we got a little special intro as we bring him in. Hey, Zach, you appeared out of nowhere. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
What do you think, gang or group?
I have never been in a gang, so I'd like to be in a gang. That'd be pretty cool.
Here we go. All right. And Judd, what do you think? Group or gang?
I prefer murder, like a murder of crows.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa, that went way darker than I was expecting. And then you clarified. I'm like, okay, all right.
Well, when we're a gang, we can do murder. So,
I mean,
I've been watching a lot of True Detective. We can get away with it.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're in Alaska,
yeah.
But thanks for coming on. You know, I was getting the emails, and you guys were being 25th anniversary for Diamond, and I was like, you know what, it's time. There's always that moment where it's like, it's time for Zach to be on, and so here it is. And how have you been? It's been a while since you've been on with us. I mean, have you been doing any conventions? How's everything been going with you?
I'm trying to think when I was last on. I'm sure I've been on since I've been on since New York. That was the last one, and that was in October. But no, it's kind of a dead period for conventions. Although we're gonna do our own, since there's no Toy Fair this year. We're gonna do another fan fest where we run down some of our upcoming stuff and show it off to the fans. So that's coming up. We might do that in the spring at some point.
Almost springtime now.
Yes.
Canuck says, "Who has the best mutton chops on this stream?"
I didn't even shave. I'm a very stubbly.
That's all right. And then we got Joe A. Collects is in the house. What is up? So how long have you been how long have you been with Diamond?
Gosh, going on 13 years, I think. So I wasn't around at the beginning, but I was following their stuff, from the start in '99. That was about when I joined up with Toy Fair magazine. So I was reporting on them. So I was seeing all the stuff they were putting out, starting with like the Chaos Comics figures they did early on. Trying to think what some of the very early stuff was. Early stuff like Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Vampire the Masquerade. They did a lot of really cool, unique toy lines back in the early days. We still do, but definitely some really interesting stuff. And then they got the Marvel license, and it was sort of up and away from there. They started putting out really cool statues and busts, and then the Marvel Select line kicked in around 2002. Which is still, one of our flagship lines. So, I've been around for about 13 years. I started in about 2011. So I came on in the middle of a lot of stuff, but I've seen a lot of new lines launch, and it's been a good time. I was out of the industry for a few years there, just doing blogging, but it was good to be back into the toy industry back then, and I've been having a great time ever since. And I guess they think I'm doing an okay job because they've kept me on, which is great.
Doing a great job.
Yeah,
let's not go that far, but no, I try to get the word out and work with a lot of guys.
Interact with all the fans, whereas a lot of companies, their marketing does not do that.
Oh, I love the fans. I try to go on the forums, and sometimes I get down into it with people just because I'm very passionate about toys and especially the stuff we do. But I do enjoy talking on the message boards and answering questions. And although my boss DST Chuck, he does his own Q&A where people can write in and ask him anything, and he has more answers than I do to a lot of stuff. So I always encourage people to write directly to him, if they have a question that I can't help with.
Nice. Yeah, I miss the days of like Toy Fair magazine and Wizard and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like those were some of the days as a kid. You go run into the magazine section of a grocery store or any place, and you're just looking for those Toy Fair and the Wizard. And like Toy Fair was it for me though. Like I love looking through those and seeing what was up and coming and all that stuff. I miss it.
They have that new one, Toy Collector.
Yeah, Toy Collector is great. For a while there was a magazine called Giant Robot. I don't know what happened to them. But Toy Ventures, I think, is another one that is more retro focused, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Toy Collector is great. We advertise in that, and I send them up news whenever I can. Yeah, Toy Fair had a lot of DST in it. DST was always great about giving us stuff for first looks, and they were a big advertiser for a long time. And I missed the magazine. It was a lot of fun to work on.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Magazines, man. That's a blast from the past.
There's still some magazines out there. Like during the holidays, I noticed that like Mad released like a stocking stuffer issue.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was a little bit thicker. It was like the paper to it was a little bit thicker on the actual outside and everything. I almost bought it, but I was like, man, they wanted like I think it was like $18.
Oh wow.
For it, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was interesting seeing it like as I was checking out at a Walgreens and it was right there. I'm like, wait, did a double take because I was like, wait, I thought Mad was done. I didn't think they were making magazines anymore.
No, I used to love Mad back in the day, but yeah, print stuff has gone up a lot. Like comics are getting more expensive nowadays, which is unfortunate. But I try to catch up when I can, reading through the local library and stuff. I love comics.
How much is a comic now?
Like
I've seen some
$5,
advertised.
$6.
Yeah, I've seen some advertised for 5. Yeah, sure. That sounds about right. Some of the more high-end ones. I think Marvel's is still a little bit less, but
That's still more affordable than most stuff. So.
oh yeah, no, you could there are definitely more frivolous ways to spend your money,
Yeah.
like toys.
Like
Yeah, those, see, with comics, like the single issues, they grab me because I love the artwork on them. But then it's like I want to just wait to have the whole story in like a trade paperback so I can enjoy it all at once. Instead, that waiting drives me bonkers, you know. Because everybody's been picking up like the latest, like the GI Joe series, and they're like, "Yeah, it's good." I'm like, I want to get it, but it's like if I miss an issue or I'll probably end up getting the individual issues. Who am I kidding?
Yeah,
I haven't bought like individual issues in a long time.
Yeah, I used to go to the comic shops every weekend in New York City, and I would just I'd pick up a lot of different indie stuff, and but yeah, no, I don't buy a lot of issues anymore. I mostly just read trades.
And trades also have that great like shelf presence.
Yeah.
But then you got the individual issues. Either they're going to go in that comic box, or you can even do like the frames, the comic frames. Especially if you're like, Josh, what do you do? Just rip it open, dude. Just rip it open.
It's not me.
Oh. It was John. I thought you were opening something. I'm like, just rip it open. I hear the plastic.
Not me.
It's like a Band-Aid. Just do it. Just do it, John. Just do it.
No, all I did was somebody in the chat was talking about the new Rebel Moon stuff. So I was grabbing mine so that we could talk about them whenever.
Oh, and actually, Josh, if you want, star some of these questions that people are asking.
I can. I'm not logged into the thing.
Well, you are awesome. So as I'll do it. I'll do it for him.
I don't remember the login.
There we go. There we go. He's looking down. Anyway, let's go in here. Art G was saying, what's the coincidence that he bought a Marvel Select today with Zach being on the stream?
Awesome.
Which one did you buy, Art?
Yeah, we've been putting out some pretty solid ones lately.
Cutthroat keeps, for some reason, he's wanting some Lost Boys figures.
Yeah.
I do too. That'd be awesome.
And then he says, Tron and Lost Boys Diamond Select dioramas. We had that discussion about dioramas, man. We talked about actually it was when you were in chat. Zach was in the last stream. We were talking about the diorama.
I love Tron. I love Tron a ton. Tron would be great. I still have my old light up Neutron figure, which talks. He's got a little face.
It actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like Jeff Bridges.
At Disney World, they have that Tron ride. So they have this one where you go in a booth and they scan you, and then they put you in a figure like that. It's a lot bigger though. It's like a 12-inch figure, and it's got your face on it. But no, it's like $150. They're crazy.
Oh man. No, we did a lot of classic Tron figures. Well, we did 4, I think, 4, and one of them was an exclusive for a while, but then we offered it to specialty. I'd love to do some more. I don't know what the current status of Tron is for us, but I know we're gonna revisit Black Hole, which we did some Black Hole figures at one point. So we're gonna go back and do some more of that.
I think they're doing a new Tron movie, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'd love for us to get in on that.
Heck yeah, me too. We need some light cycles and whatever else vehicles they come out with in the new movie.
Paul Hughes comics are too damn expensive. I'm starring all the questions. Anybody asking questions, I'm going to star them, and then we could just we get to that point, we'll ask all the questions back to back. Just makes it easier because I want it to flow nicely, you know. Paul Hughes says, I used to love collecting comics, but there's just too much out now, and the prices are insane.
There's been a lot out there for a long time. I remember I used to read through the previews catalog. I would get it every month back when I was in high school, and I would just look at all the comics that were coming out. It's been an inch thick for forever. and it's just full of really interesting looking comics that I try to get them in and read whenever I can, but not everything is carried by the library, and a lot of them are digital comics, which I've never really been able to read digital. But I just got an awesome one called Do a Power Bomb, which is all about wrestling. Another one called Murder Eagle, which is all about rock and roll. There's a lot of great stuff out there that's not Marvel and DC. And I'd love to do. There's a lot that I'd love to do toys for. Indie comics are tough, but very toyetic stuff out there.
I mean, speaking of indie comics, I want to, Judd, would you say like all your like Lady Death stuff, would that be classified as indie still?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%. They're indie, yeah.
Because Judd's really into the whole Lady Death Coffin comic stuff. So I mean,
excellent. Yeah, that was one of the first lines we did. They were really cool figures.
Wait, you did Lady Death figures?
I believe she was in the first line of Chaos Comics action figures. I'm pretty sure that we did back in 90. It was in the early 2000s if it wasn't 99. And we've done a few different gallery dioramas of her. We called them femme fatales for a little while, the 10-inch statues. But we've done like 2 or 3 different ones. I think we even did an exclusive for Brian Polito's site. But yeah, I'm a fan of the design. I haven't read a lot of the comics.
Nice.
See, they already been there, done that, Art.
No, I mean, I was just talking about indie comics, I mean, it's like everybody starts somewhere, and it's like there's still a lot of indie companies that are out there that are doing really well. And it's like Zach saying, it doesn't always have to be DC and Marvel all the time. And Art G said he bought a Super Scroll.
Awesome. That's a good one.
And what else we got? Oh, I love the X-Files Select figures, but you guys never made the classic series versions.
Yeah, that would have been cool. We started off with stuff for the new show, the new season, the final season. And they had kind of a different look. But classic would have been very cool. We did a classic set of mini mates based on the original series, which was pretty cool. But yeah, no, they came with some cool accessories. There was like a desk and a chair and a whole bunch of file folders. It was a pretty cool set. That's 2 figures.
That's something that Diamond does, I think, really well. Judd would classify they go into the drawer. He has this little accessory drawer, but you guys do a really, really good job with just packing your figures with a lot of accessories that you wouldn't see with other companies. You like look at your Muppets line, how much you guys cram with that. Like, did you need to give Swedish chef in all his pots and fruits and vegetables? Like, you guys cram so much stuff in there, and it's just awesome.
Or like the Darkwing Duck set came with a ton of stuff.
Yeah, we put a lot of stuff in there. I think there's 3 extra heads.
Yeah,
I think we did alternate capes. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's each of them get 2 capes. They have 3 heads each.
Grappling gun. Do you come with a chainsaw? I forget if the chainsaw.
Yeah, chainsaw, bazooka, the gas gun, grappling gun, the effect for the gas. Each of them have a ton of hands and a machete for negative. And the box was so huge. I didn't expect the box to be that big.
Yeah, we went wide for that one instead of deep.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna be a little hard for some people to store, but hopefully they'll open it up and play with them because they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm currently in the market. I'm looking to get some wired soft goods capes for both of them. Okay. I want them to have soft goods because these figures, like, I love these things. Look at that face. Freaking evil, and he's cool. I got some pretty good photos of him too.
Oh, excellent! Can't wait to see him.
They turned out really nice.
Now Graham Tuttle, he found a way to ask a question without asking the question. So instead of me starting it, because it's not really a question, but it's a statement. He would love to see Diamond Select do figures for Saga. I would agree.
Saga would be great. Yeah. No. The funny thing is, I think McFarlane did some, and they weren't bad.
Yeah.
They're a little smaller scale. They're that smaller scale that they were doing for a while. like 5 inches or so.
Yeah.
But no, that'd be cool, dude. There's some really great designs in there. The TV-headed guys were all really great. We actually did a line of mini mates based on Just Image Comics, and that was a long time ago. That was probably almost 10 years ago. But it had Chew, the book about cannibalism. It had Hack Slash was in there, I'm pretty sure, and gosh, I forget the other one. But no, that was a fun set to do. Battle Beast was a part of Battle Beasts. I forget what the fourth book was, but no, I love indie comics, and we should do more indie comic stuff, because one of our our exclusive distributor is Diamond, and they sell to comic shops across the country. So doing more comic stuff would be very cool.
Yeah, I mean I love Saga. It's such a good series. The artwork's great.
I think I'm behind a little. I got to catch up.
It's a little wild. Like, if people don't expect it, some of the stuff you're just like, wait, what? But it's a great story, and it's just well written, well drawn, and the characters are awesome. So
yeah,
it'd be cool if you guys could do like the bigger scale of the Saga figures. Hopefully McFarlane doesn't still have the license or whatever agreement that he has. And then we got Paul says, I'm with Zach also. I don't like to do digital comics. I love going to comic shows and getting cheap graphic novels, though, because reading comics is still awesome.
Yeah, I just listen to them on audio.
Yeah, I don't know if they still do dollar bins, but I love dollar bins.
That's Ollie's is great. I don't know if you have Ollie's over by your place at all, but they have like an awesome comic section that's just full
really
of, like, they have a bunch of trades in there usually. I got a stack of the Batman New 52 storyline.
Okay.
Like, I ended up finding all of them, and I was like, do I want to invest in them? They're cheap. Some would be like $3.99, some would be $7, stuff like that. And then they also have like the little, like, old, remember you go to account, like some of the places they'd have like the mix mash grab bag type of comics, or like it'd be the plastic bag and it's full of all these different comics. They have those there.
Really?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So it's definitely worth checking out Ollie's if you got one close by.
Yeah, I don't think I have an Ollie's in my area. We have is it Ocean? I think it's Ocean State Job Lot. We have one of those. They used to have graphic novels sometimes. I haven't seen them in a little while, but no Ollie's, unfortunately. But I've always wanted to go to one. I've heard cool things. We have a Burlington. Burlington sometimes gets in cool toys. I think people were finding whatchamacallit, the AEW figures for a while there. Every now and then I'll see a G.I. Joe there too.
Heck yeah.
And I'd love to see figures from Lost and 24. Great shows with great casts.
Yeah, there have never been good Lost figures. We did 24 a long time ago. Actually, we did one of this is probably before my time. So it's probably about 15 years ago. We did 12-inch Jack Bowers. We did, I think, a couple sets of mini mates. I don't remember how many Jack Bowers we did. We did a couple, but we never did 7-inch. I don't think. But that would have been cool. 7-inch Jack Bauer.
And then you got Cutthroat. I like when Dimes did the Blade figure. It's well done.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a good one.
And okay, I'm still starring a bunch of these questions, not even that are questions. All right, I think we're. Oh, okay. And everybody just got here from Negan.
Yeah.
Here's Negan's from Ollie's for super cheap. Here's Negan from Ollie's for super cheap. I guess it's a Walking Dead storyline. I'm assuming
Negan. He's a character from Walking Dead.
Yeah, I know he's I guess it's a name of a
comic.
Oh, here's Negan.
The comic. Oh, okay.
Oh. McFarlane dropped the ball by making Lost statues and sound gimmicks.
I don't know. I don't think I would want figures from Lost.
I don't think so either. I mean, I watched Lost just to see what everybody to actually watch it, because when it was airing, I just saw an episode here and there, and it's one of those series you got to watch back to back, or else if you jump in and you don't catch an episode, you're lost. Like the name of the show. It was a decent show. I don't see a demand for Lost figures out there. I can't imagine it being something too extreme because there's still some people that haven't watched the show fully.
No, it's definitely like a global phenomenon, but it certainly hasn't really hasn't stayed in the mind. Like so I saw somebody mentioning like the Matrix, something that like people still think about and talk about to this day, but Lost is maybe not so much. I think the ending let a lot of people down.
That's what I always hear. They're like, "Oh, I love Lost," but then the ending sucks. So
I mean, the ending it didn't. I wouldn't say that it sucked. It's just one of those ones that sort of leaves it to where what you make that decision in a sense of what's it supposed to be.
Yeah.
You just need to tell them just make one action figure. Just have a freaking fog. Just have a fog like a cloud, and then a freaking stand that plugs into it. There's your Lost figure. Okay. But
Joe, you need to hit buy now on your Blade in your Amazon cart.
I'll be back.
Wait. Okay. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Joe
was saying Josh promotes the Diamond Select Blade every stream. Yes, Josh, it's in my Amazon cart.
I mean, do it. Josh's loving it. He shows it. You do show it every time.
It's like I said, it's better than the Legends one, like by a mile.
Well,
I mean, it's a different design too, so you could get both and be really happy as a Blade fan. So, and
right.
I have a soft good trench coat for him. It works really well. Got to get you one of those. It works well on the Crow too, from Diamond.
That'd be nice. A leather jacket for the Crow, because your Crow figure, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I like how you guys captured the makeup onto the figure's head sculpt. Looks like a guy wearing makeup versus just being white paint.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I like the Crow figures. I like both the ones we did. I guess we did. If you count the one in the VHS box, we did 3. But the one in the VHS box and the one in the chair are pretty much the same.
That's the VHS one.
Yeah, he got VHS. I got the non-VHS, and I've seen the one with the chair and stuff like that. Everybody was looking at it like, can I use that with other things? Can that chair work with all this and this? And
we love chairs. We've made a lot of chairs over the years.
Chairs are
Dr.
good.
Doom's throne and Mephisto's throne, and I think it was X-Files that we did a wooden chair for to go with the desk, and then that chair, the Crow chair.
You guys should just do a Diamond Select accessory pack and just break out those old molds for the chairs and thrones and just make a pack of stuff.
I'll be honest with you, we've talked about it, so don't be surprised if we start doing something like that in the future, because we have done a lot of stuff, and a lot of it would be great to rerun.
Yeah, between like the chairs, all the stuff that comes with the Muppets, you can just make like a big, like several different packs, like chair pack, food pack, so on.
Yep.
And people love that stuff, especially all of us photographers and stuff. We use all that stuff all the time. So the more the merrier.
Connor says Westworld line is one of his favorite all-time lines. Love likeness to Anthony Hopkins and Ed Harris. Jeffrey Wright is impossible to find, though.
Yeah,
there's some great likenesses in that line, definitely. Jeffrey Wright, I feel like a lot of people snapped him up because they wanted to use him as Commissioner Gordon. I'm pretty sure that's why he's hard to find now. I can't remember. I don't think he was exclusive or anything like that. I think he was just people wanted him on the aftermarket for that. But yeah, the Anthony Hopkins is a great Anthony Hopkins figure, and Ed Harris came out great too. The women in that line too, I think the likenesses are pretty solid. The one of the girl in the blue dress, I love that she had the alternate head where she's like bleeding from the eyes, which is very cool.
Speaking of Anthony Hopkins, we got Jimmy.
Yeah, that's our new Anthony Hopkins for sure.
The likeness is uncanny though.
He's very tall. He's much taller.
Yeah, dude, he's huge. I like it.
I need to watch Rebel Moon.
You need to. I mean, there you go. He's got it out. And then I don't know. I thought I was telling you this, Zach, or I put it on a stream. Y'all did Nemesis like way better. Like Figuarts released one that looks like absolute garbage. this
I haven't
and
taken a close look at that one yet.
it's the legs. Like, you know how she has like the really big skirt kind of.
Yeah.
They put articulation in that, and they left it blocky. And it just looks bad.
Hmm.
Now the Canuck did win Crow figure for one of the giveaways.
There you go.
So he
Excellent.
he likes it. I think that was our 4,000 subscriber giveaway. And then he was suggesting he's like the original Westworld line would be even better.
The old school one, yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
Yul
sweet.
Brenner. Yeah, Yul Brenner figure would be awesome.
I never finished Westworld.
The TV series, yeah, I don't think I've watched the last season either.
I made it to where they went to like Samurai World, and then I haven't watched
Samurai World.
Yeah.
I think I got past that part, and then I'm in the last one where
And then like the last Superman
the dude
had
from Breaking Bad. I don't know the actor's name.
Jesse Pinkman.
But that's not his real name, is it?
That's his real name to me.
Toy acted in the house. Oh, and Connor said would totally get a Yul Brenner.
I mean, there's a lot of those old movies that we could all be like, I want figures for that, but the reality is like they would only sell some of like it wouldn't be enough, so we won't ever get any of these things. But it'd be nice, sure.
I mean, the way that things can probably come to reality is if there's enough people stating what they would like to see, showing that they would be interested in that type of thing.
Yeah, right into SDST. Let DST Chuck know what licenses you'd like to see, because he's he's the man. But I'm sure he'd love to hear from fans, what lines there.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send him a list then. I have a list. And they're all like 80s, 90s movies. So
and also like just sort of with like how people can suggest, this is some lines they want to see, and see that, maybe a line that they want will pop up or something like that. You guys have done a lot of like evolving in your action figure making too.
Oh yeah.
From you guys going from the hips that have like the cutout, I don't know what they're classified as, but they have the cutout, they're like flat hip, to the more standardized, hip. So like that, I call that like sort of like cutout hip, and then now you're going more with like the standard, I guess, just ball joint hips. And it's just nice to see that you guys, like, I'm assuming, what they say about assuming, but I'm assuming you hear the feedback, ear to the ground, what people are saying about your figures, and then you guys are just adjusting and just evolving as it goes forward, right?
Oh, for sure.
For being honest, I like these hips, but that's just me.
I know not everybody's a fan of those, but sometimes we'll use them if we want to like have like a more streamlined appearance for a figure when they're at rest. Like, so the legs, the articulation's not as, I don't know, say obvious as maybe other articulation, but no, I understand. Some people don't like those hips. I think they used to call them DCUC hips for the DC Universe Classics that Mattel did. I think because they did a lot of that type of hip.
Well, there's three different kind of hips, because Alan Alien it's not like Omni-Man, but it's also not like Duplicate. Duplicate's different than this one, so there's three types.
No, I didn't even know.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to improve, articulation going forward on all of our lines. So, Lord of the Rings, Invincible, Marvel Select. We want to improve. We want to get better. And I think each figure we do gets better and better. Like, I'm excited for the next Marvel Select, which is going to be Captain America.
Yeah,
this is going to be really superposable. You got like a lot of interchangeable parts. I think people are really going to dig in here.
Yeah, Zach's the only one that has this guy.
Yeah, I like to show him off because he's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorite comic characters in general.
Is that double jointed elbows?
Yeah, double jointed elbow.
Woohoo!
Double jointed knee.
Dude, that thing looks amazing. I can't
wait.
That
came out really good.
Inside of the shield's not just like
plastic.
Yeah, it's actually got sculpt work inside the shield and everything.
Look at his hand fits in it well too. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, I can't wait for that one. That's my next one. Like the last one, I was like, oh, I can't wait for was Darkwing Duck, and now it's Captain America.
Another one I'm excited about is Crimson Dynamo. I think I have Crimson Dynamo.
Oh yeah. Another big boy.
I have his blasting hands on, but
Let me go solo for that too.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. He's not, he's not as super articulated, but he's a guy in a suit, so he doesn't necessarily need it. But he's got a lot of interchangeable parts, different heads and stuff like that.
Yeah, you guys always knock the big boys out of the park, and the fact that your Captain America is going to be, I say, a lot of people's go-to Cap.
Hopefully. I know Marvel Legends has done a lot of them, and we've done a bunch of them too. But I think it beats all of our old ones, definitely.
Legends like McFarlane with Batman with Captain America. They're like, this is going to be the best version of Captain America.
Captain America.
Nope, we did one that's even better, and then next year, it's like you're buying all these caps to try to get that ideal Captain America.
Add Wolverine and Iron Man to that list too.
Right? It's like you feel like you're getting burnt out a little bit. It's like I already have like 20 Captain Americas just because I'm trying to get that perfect.
Oh.
You're getting choppy. There you go. You're back. You're oh, maybe not. You were.
Is it me?
No, you're fine now, but you were sort of choppy, or was it me going choppy?
Who?
I don't know. I thought it was you, but it might have been me.
What?
Somebody in the chat will say who was lagging out. But Chen says Captain America looks great. Paul wants a Dynamo for sure. And again, certain questions I am starring towards the end. I got 13 starred, so you guys lay out these questions. And then anything that doesn't get answered, we got that next person we can send it up to. Let's see. Oh, no. That's a question that I clicked on. All right. So as people are still asking questions, and I keep starring them. So when you got that Captain America in hand in these newer figures, I mean, it's got to be pretty exciting to be that person that's like, I got this. I'm taking photos of it. You're like the first person to have it in your hands. I mean, you had people that could see it at the show and stuff like that, but you got to take it home with all its goodies and all that. Like, how does that make you feel like when you're able to do that?
It's a lot of fun. It's really, it feels good, and it's always good when they say, Zach, we'd like to send you something to so you can check it out and see what you think, because I don't necessarily get everything in advance. But I'm lucky that I get to see a lot of designs early on, like Minimates designs. We've got a lot of great Minimate box sets coming up that I'm really excited about from Marvel, and I've been seeing all the designs before they get made, and it's always exciting to see what characters we're doing and stuff like that, and how they turned out. Marvel Select designs I get to see a lot in advance, so I'm excited about the next one we're going to offer. It's going to be another armored character, and I think we're going to offer that maybe end of March. So that one's going to be really cool. People are going to like that one a lot.
Another armored character, huh?
Yeah.
Who could that be?
And then after that, I'm not sure who's next on tap after that. We've got a couple movie figures planned. We're going to try and get back and do some more movie figures. I know people have been missing them in the line, but we're going to do some more for sure.
Are you guys doing more Rebel Moon?
Yes, end of February, end of this month, you're going to see 2 new Rebel Moon figures. We've got 2 more in the hopper that we're just waiting on approval for, and then we'll get them out for solicit. Probably closer to when Series 2 comes out, we'll offer Series 3, but Series 2 has 2 really cool characters in it. So we'll be revealing those in just a couple weeks, actually.
Yeah, because that was like a Magnificent Seven movie. You had like all the different guys. They're all unique and individual. So those would be really cool.
A lot of
I
cool
hope
costumes.
you're doing the Tarzan guy next. That guy was my favorite.
The guy who rides the griffin around. He
Yeah.
was cool. Who else is it? The guy who plays Korvath, Jimon Hansu. His character is
Yeah.
real cool.
Yeah.
The villain is great.
Yeah.
And the main character even. We definitely are going to do the main character. I think we're still waiting on approval on that one, but she's going to make it into the line.
Well, no, y'all got Nemesis likeness is great, like spot on. So
Yeah, I think they really nailed it. Yeah.
I can't wait to see the other ones.
Yeah, I've seen
I need to watch
pictures
the
of it.
Yeah, you need to go watch the movie, all right?
Brian C says, "Show off Muppet Sweetums already."
If he is upcoming, he'll be shown very soon.
Yeah, I still
That's
need to
all
get
I'll say. The next Muppet
guy
figure,
and
the next Muppet figure is going to offer in March, I think.
Yeah, we have to track down the Muppet set so I can have Bean Bunny and the Manamana guy.
Manamana.
And I think Kermit was in that set too. So then I have a Kermit.
Yeah, Kermit, Scooter, Gonzo, Fozzie, Manamana, and Bean Bunny. But the next Muppet figure we're going to offer, I think, in late March, along with the next wave of. I think we're going to do the next wave of Lord of the Rings in late March, and.
Wait, we got more from Lord of the Rings coming?
Yeah, definitely. We've got a couple more waves in the works. We've got a Gandalf the White waiting in the wings. I don't know where we're going to offer that one, but I think we're going to hold off on him for a little while because we did Gandalf the Gray. We're going to hold off him for a little while and do series 8. I think series 7 is Merry and Pippin, so this would be series 8, and we're going to announce them. I think late March. Those next 2.
So I take it Lord of the Rings is doing pretty well then as far as sales and stuff?
Yeah, we sold out of pretty much the first 4 series. Series 6 just hit Saruman and Samwise.
Yeah.
But series 1 through 4 we're gonna go back and make more of because they did sell out. We're almost out of Gollum too, I think.
Yeah, I gotta get. I still need to get Frodo. I gotta get Frodo to complete the old stuff.
Okay.
And that is a line that I will tell people don't sleep on. As Zach is saying that they sold out, and they sell out for a reason because they are really good figures. The likenesses are freaking amazing. And
you're not gonna get them anywhere else. Nobody else is even remotely doing Lord of the Rings, so it's your only place to do it.
I think there was like a McFarlane put out like a static Gandalf, like a posed Gandalf, but
yeah.
No, nothing else. Yeah,
Gosh,
no, Samwise came out great. Yeah,
you should just show the back because there's so much glare. There you go.
Yeah, I think the likeness is pretty solid on both of these. I think the Aragorn we did is one of the best likenesses for that character that has been done. It's really good.
Yeah, you guys have been knocked out of the park, and they look great when they're all together. Like the way you guys are sculpting it, the detail you're putting into it, and just the washes and the paint and stuff. Because again, I say it like all my reviews and everything, and every time I'm talking with Diamond isn't scared to paint their figures.
Yeah.
So
there's not many companies that are painting anything anymore.
They use the plastic to color everything.
So we're looking at like a February, March 2025 Joe Fix-It Select pre-order.
Yeah, you I think your notes when we were talking about it last time, you mentioned it was made into a gallery piece, but we needed it in an action figure form.
I am all for it. I think we're gonna see how well the gallery sold in maybe a couple weeks. I think it just got solicited, so I think it's gonna be another few weeks before we see how well it did. But if it did well, I'm gonna suggest it for a select because that'd be really cool. He's like the one aside from like Smart Hulk. Although we did one like back when Sylvester was drawing him, which was kind of a Smart Hulk. But to do like a Professor Hulk would be really cool. But Joe Fix is one of the big glaring Hulks we haven't done, and that'd be a cool one to do.
So
I still love the old Toy Biz ones that they did.
So I've got a couple weeks to order like 75 of them then.
Next Street Judge just has a wall of gallery Joe Fix-Its. But I mean, I don't see why that wouldn't sell the way you guys do such a good job with your Hulk figures in general.
Yeah, the chunky ones.
As long as you can get them in that pinstripe suit, the clean paint, and then have maybe a hatless or removable hat, and then his Tommy gun. I mean,
I don't understand how you are still in business when you use this much plastic on a figure. Like this thing is like I could put him in front of the door and keep the door open. He's so heavy.
I'd love to see like a battle damage Joe Fix-It, because I know Marvel Legends just did like 2, and they're like really, dressed up, like really looking tidy. But I'd love to do one like that first Toy Biz figure they did, where he's got the big gun, like a laser gun, and he's got one of his shoes is like busted open, and his coat is all tattered. I'd love to do something like that. That'd be really cool.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, I would too.
The Marvel Legends ones just for me aren't really hitting that. They're not really scratching that itch for me.
Well, plus when you get a big character, the Diamond Select they're big. Like when you hold it, that thing is massive. Like the World War Hulk that I have from Diamond, that thing is massive. It's so big.
Yeah, it's a tall one. Yeah, the Immortal Hulk we just did. We've responded very well to that one. So and the Red Hulk that we made out of that same body. That one sold very well. I think we've gone back and made another run of that one already. I still don't even have one. I need to get my hands on one.
The Immortal Hulk?
The Immortal Hulk, yeah. I have a Red Hulk, but not an Immortal. I need to get one.
That's the APB is out. We need to find Zach an Immortal Hulk, guys.
I'm sure we'll run him again at some point. I'll get one.
I mean, for an Immortal, I'll give you an Immortal Hulk for a Joe Fix-It.
It's a trade. It's a trade. I'll
Even
get
trade.
Next year.
Okay, and then Connor said that he'd jump on when you do Two Towers figures like Eomer and Faramer.
I think the next 2, one of them appeared in Two Towers, and the other one I think appeared for the first time in Return of the King. I'm not sure. I gotta double check when the villain in that line first appeared. But the hero in that wave definitely appeared in Two Towers. So yeah, hopefully people dig them. I think they both came out really nice. I don't know if anybody was gonna like place bets on those 2 for being in the next series, but I think they're characters that deserve to be made. And hopefully people say, that those were good choices. So I think they're great choices. And but I'm sure people will be like, what? How could you do this guy before this guy? But they both came out really nice.
Yeah, but everybody wants all of them anyway. So
yeah, I mean, people want like the Haradrim Archer and crazy like the Ghost Army and stuff like that. So I mean,
Ghost Army would be sweet.
We'll see. We'll see how long the line goes. As long as people keep buying them, we'll keep going. We made 11. We're working on our 11th series of Nightmare Before Christmas right now.
Oh, wow.
So and that one we're starting to get to all the characters in the movie. I think we're getting down to the last few. So I don't even know how much longer we can actually do Nightmare Before Christmas. But Lord of the Rings, could go on for a long time if the sales stay there.
Because what was the main? Was there a name for the main wraith that rode around on during the main battle? He's the one that had the hood down more so. That had like the metal face mask.
Yeah, that was the Witch King of Angmar, I think. Witch King.
Yeah, so we need
it was a Dementor.
No, you're thinking of Harry Potter, bro.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, we need that Witch King because that guy looks sweet.
No, that'd be awesome.
And then on top of that, you might as well make his mount, just a giant.
Oh yeah. Toy Biz
That'd be
did
wild.
that, didn't they? Didn't I think Toy Biz made one of those? I forget what it was called. The winged dragon that he rode around on.
They
But yeah,
did a
the Toy Biz
bunch
line
of
was
them big
excellent.
ones. They did Treebeard.
Yeah, no,
That
Treebeard would be
talked.
great to do. We're doing a cave troll, but we're doing it as a gallery diorama, so it's going to be static, but it's going to be in scale to the action figures, so you can have them
okay.
fighting it and climbing up on it. So you won't be able to pose it, but it's in a pretty cool dynamic pose. So hopefully people will want to pick it up for the line because it's real nice.
See, people, don't be scared to mix your statues with your figures. You know.
Well, especially if they're in scale. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
We are
know.
we are doing human figures in that line too, the gallery diorama line. So they're bigger. They're like 1/8 scale, I think, about. So we've got Aragorn and Gandalf the White already in that line.
Oh yeah. I remember the Aragorn. I was looking at that one the other day.
Paul Hughes says there's Hot Toy style Lord of the Rings if you want to spend the cash, but actual action figures, no one but Diamond Select Toys now.
Yep.
Northern Nomads in the house says, "What's up, Blue Eyes?" Well, he says Blue Eyes. And then everybody talking about Sweetums. Everybody wants a Sweetums.
Me too. I love the Muppets. I love the Muppets line. The next two, I know you were talking about accessories. The next two figures didn't really speak to accessories a lot, so I don't think there are any accessories with them. But that's going to be Uncle Deadly and Pepe the King Prawn, and those will be out.
Pepe.
I think in the spring. I think they'll be out in the spring, if not early summer.
Nice. And both those look good from the pictures you guys have shown so far of them.
Yeah, they came out great. I think Gentle Giant Studios is doing the Muppets for us. They did a great job.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job with all of them. I mean, and that's another line along with like your Lord of the Rings and your Nightmare Before Christmas. Like you can literally just collect that one section of figures and have it on a shelf, and they look amazing together. It's with all the Lord of the Rings figures together, look great. The Muppets together look great.
My Lord of the Rings shelf would look great with that cave troll, and I could have everybody fighting the cave troll.
Yep. And Graham says he's so excited for Deadly and Pepe.
Pepe.
So I keep starting. We're at 19 start questions. I guess we can start going through some of them. Yeah.
Sure, man.
All right. So we will start with, and you guys feel free to keep asking questions too. I just want to whittle this down. Who's in Walking Dead Series 2 and any plans to make TV series waves?
I'm not aware of any plans to do TV stuff. We work directly with Skybound on this particular line. And of all the lines that they clue me in on, I don't think I've seen who's in Walking Dead Series 2. I'm sure it's in development. I just haven't been keyed into it yet. But I'm sure they'll let me know eventually. But as far as I know, we're gonna do a bunch. Series 1 is summer release, I'm pretty sure. So I'm excited to get my hands on them. I don't have it. There's one I don't have samples of yet, but I look forward to it. They come with a ton of accessories.
Ooh, hopefully like some zombie limbs and chopped off some stuff, and
definitely a lot of weapons.
Oh, weapons. The only thing I've seen gore-wise with you guys that went super gory was Duplicate from the Invincible line.
Yeah,
it was pretty gory. Yeah.
I was like, we need that. I thought it was great. I was like, man, I was like popping pieces off, and I was like, this is so good.
I knew you would like
it. Well, just it fits with the whole comic and everything like that. But I still say my favorite is a Bobcat holding a Cheeto. No, Alan the Alien.
Yeah, Alan Alien is really good.
Probably my favorite out of the line.
Yeah, he came out really great, and he's really posable. He comes with a lot of accessories and interchangeable parts and stuff. He's great.
Yeah.
I just finished watching season 2.
Yeah, I watched the first half too. I'm waiting for the second half. But yeah, I got to interview Robert Kirkman maybe right when the first half came out, and he I asked him about the violence. He's like, "Yeah, I wish we could get more in there because it's
more.
It's he's all about pushing the envelope. He was he was really fun to talk to.
I'm surprised they can't push it because I mean, look at like the boys. If you watch the boys and stuff like that, or Gen V?
Yeah.
Like those series, great series, and they have the gore is there when it's needed, and it works. It works. RG was asking, what will be the next Rebel Moon characters announced?
They will be out, announced, not out, but announced end of this month. I don't know if I want to reveal who the two characters are, but one is a good guy, one is a bad guy. You can have the
There you go.
you can have the good guys fight the bad guys.
There you go. And then we got Cutthroat question for Zach: will Diamond Select ever come out with Trons or Lost Boys die around? No, like they did the Ghostbuster figures. I guess have you guys ever thought of doing the? Since this is, I keep thinking I'm like we talked about this, but that was because we were talking about it you're in the chat. But I'll let you answer away.
I still want more classic Tron. It's been talked about. I don't know for sure it's happening. I love modern Tron because I love the modern Tron movie and I love all the designs and I love Daft Punk and all that. Lost Boys. I love Lost Boys. I don't know if they've ever looked at the license for Lost Boys, but those would be fantastic action figures to make. And as I said in the chat last time, I want an action figure of the guy who plays the saxophone. He's
awesome. The mesh shirt guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The really muscular guy who plays the saxophone sings I Still Believe, I think the song is.
Yeah.
He's great. He's very awesome. You ever see that Saturday Night Live sketch where John Hamm basically plays that character and he's always busting through walls and like entering awkward situations and playing the saxophone?
Yeah, Lost Boys. There's a lot of characters. Like a Kiefer Sutherland figure would be nice.
Yeah, alternate heads for Kiefer Sutherland. You got to get what's her name? Jamie.
Yeah.
Gertz. Jamie Gertz, I think her name is.
Yeah,
or am I making? Might be mixing her up with somebody else. And then
Corey Feldman,
Jason Patrick, and Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, and so many great characters to make. Yeah, be cool.
I just don't know if there's enough buyers for it though.
I think there would be. I don't know, maybe not. I think it's a cult classic up there with The Crow and what other cult classics have we done?
Rocketeer
for sure. Yeah, I think it would.
Tron,
Tron. For sure, Tron is cult. Old Tron. Black Hole is cult.
Well, you guys did some Pulp Fiction stuff too.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction. We could call that cult. We did some action figures for that. That would have been great to get that line to go a little bit farther, but the deck was stacked against it, unfortunately. But no, that would be cool. I'm so always sad we never got to do Kill Bill. Kill Bill would have been awesome.
And then you got if you did Modern Tron, it'd be, I don't even know if it'd be even possible, but it would have been cool if you guys did some Daft Punk figures.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'd love to do just any Daft Punk figures.
I need some Daft Punk figures for sure. Just do the ones where they're in the club and like the white suits or whatever.
Yeah, the DJ ones. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Accessory, just have them in, have a little DJ booth and stuff. Maybe some sci-fi drinks or something.
Yeah, I forget who I forget his name. The guy from Good Omens who plays the owner of the bar. He's so awesome and he's got a great design. And the girls who give him the Tron suit and the disc when he first arrives in the world, that would be cool.
There's so many cool characters from the newer Tron movie.
And then
plus the suits just look cooler.
Cutthroat said, Zach, would Diamond Select ever do the Hardy Boys figures at all? I'm assuming he's meaning like wrestlers.
No.
I think there'd be a Z there if you meant the Hardy Boys from AEW. But if he means the books, did they ever make a TV? They made a TV show out of that, right? Back in the 70s or something like that.
Wait, He's talking about the Hardy Boy books. I used to read those growing up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I read all the Hardy Boys books, but there's been so many different designs. I read the classic stuff, and I also read when they updated them in the '90s, and they got like the first episode, like one of the Hardy Boys' girlfriends dies, and it's totally very edgy, not edgy, but like the stakes are raised immensely in the '90s world of Hardy Boys.
Grown up problems.
But no, to do book Hardy Boy figures, I don't know. You'd have to pick a design that would work, and then you'd have to see if that was even universally recognized, which I don't
Probably
know.
not.
They're great books. I do like Tom Swift. You remember Tom Swift? He back when at the same time the Hardy Boys were being published in the '60s. He was like a space boy who was always going off and building rocket ships and high tech stuff.
You guys could do a bunch of Hanna-Barbera stuff, which would be awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
Some Dick
No,
Dennis.
I know you guys could do those justice too. You know.
Yeah, who did the really good Hanna-Barbera stuff? Was that Toynami or I forget. They did Space Ghost. They did.
You okay, John?
I'm trying to remember who it was.
Oh.
Let's go, dude.
The Herculoids. That's great stuff.
Like all that stuff. I mean, even just getting like Flintstones in there, like somebody to do
dude,
some
yeah.
good Flintstones.
I want
Yeah,
the
no one's
wacky
done
racers.
really posable Flintstones figures.
Dude, wacky racers would be awesome.
Jetsons.
The jet,
Yeah.
You might even be able to get away with one of their little vehicles because it's sort of just like a bubble.
I still remember one of my favorite toys growing up was I got the Fruity Pebbles had a Dino figure that came in one of the boxes. And I had that thing forever. I would like a Dino.
Dino would be great. No, they're just to figure out how to do a fully articulated Fred Flintstone would just be so great. Like it'd be like on a level with like whatever company just did Chester Cheetah. You know, it'd be
you guys did
Cheetah
these.
toy
that kind of level.
Like
there you go.
Yeah,
I'm
Darkwing Duck.
sending that to Chuck.
Flintstones,
Chuck
absolutely.
Flintstones, Hanna-Barbera, all that stuff. Jetsons.
Cutthroat's asking, is Diamond Select doing any figures from the new Deadpool movie?
We want to. If we do, then you'll be the first to hear about it. But we're definitely looking into it and seeing if something we can make happen, because that'd be great. It looks and not having seen anything except for behind the scenes pictures, I'm still super excited.
Yeah,
I am too. After the first one and the second one, I mean, third one's just going to be just as good, I would assume.
Oh yeah, I love the Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, so I'm a big fan.
it's gonna be so hard for them to pass that torch to anybody. So,
I mean, they haven't really captured the X-Men in a movie perfectly yet. They let Hollywood dabble in too much, and let stuff change. But we'll see where the MCU stands after a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, Connor wants to know, this year is the Matrix 25th anniversary. Any chance of expanding to make select figures?
I think it's I'm not sure if it's part of our license, but it would be cool to do. But I definitely ask DST Chuck, because I'm not sure if that's part of our license. But if it is, that would definitely be cool.
Because you guys did the gallery pieces.
Yeah. I don't even think it registered with me that it's the 25th anniversary of Matrix as well. Somebody was saying that in the chat, but yeah, the gallery pieces have been doing really well. Agent Smith just came out not too long ago, and he's awesome. He's got like the multiple arms punching the pillar apart, and Trinity looks great. Morpheus looks great, and we just solicited Neo like a month or two ago, and they all came out really awesome. So I don't know if we're going to do more in that gallery line, but to do more product categories, I'd love to see mini mates. I love mini mates, so to do Matrix mini mates would be like dream come true.
Yeah, plus you could get a lot more of the characters doing mini mates.
Yeah. I mean, we've done a couple mini mates lines aside from Marvel, where we've done so many characters. Like the Ghostbusters line of Minimates was like almost everybody. The Pulp Fiction line, we did like 4 box sets or something like that. Kill Bill, we did a bunch of characters. Yeah, it's a fun world, of Minimates to play around in, because you can go pretty deep with the number of characters. Transformers is a line where we've done, I guess, 5 sets, and we're working on another set for San Diego for this year. So
Cool.
Transformers is another favorite line of mine right now.
Any more Joe ones coming down the pipeline?
I'm pushing for more Joe. We've got some sculpted. I don't know when we're going to be offering them, but I keep pushing to say, hey, when are we going to get these out there? Because I love the line. I grew up on 80s GI Joe and 80s Transformers, so they're 2 lines that are very dear to my heart. So hoping we do more. The first couple sets did okay. We did the blister cards, individually carded figures for the first 2 sets. So the sets were a little bit more expensive than usual, but hopefully people, would respond well to a new set if we did it.
Yeah, just slap a Zartan that changes colors, in
Oh
there,
God,
and then like
whole
like,
Dreadnought box set. Yeah, I want a
that would be
Xandar.
awesome.
Xandar, Zartan's brother. I love him.
Yeah, a whole Dreadnoughts set would be awesome.
Has Hasbro done a Xandar yet?
No,
No.
no. Their latest is Torch and Nagahide.
Okay.
Their latest.
At least they're doing them. The Dreadnought.
Yeah. I just got. You just sent me Ripper.
Rip was it
think.
Rip?
I think it
Yeah,
was Ripper. Yeah,
he looked cool.
great.
Ripper is awesome. He's one of the better between Buzzer and Ripper. Ripper is definitely better. His glasses stay on a lot better than Buzzer's.
I gotta find the Buzzer for you. I haven't seen that one yet.
I've got an original Buzzer. That's like one of the last vintage GI Joes I have is Buzzer.
Buzzer just reminds me of the guy from King of the Hill, the pesticide guy.
Oh, Dale.
Yeah.
That'd be cool from King of the Hill figures too. I like that. So I can just get a diorama of a fence and just have them drinking beer.
Now, Art G was asking, with Archangel coming out soon, who will be the next announced X-Men characters? He needs to keep filling that team up.
Yeah, we gotta think about who's left really in that line. We've talked about revisiting some of the characters that we think could stand to be updated, but there are some characters that we haven't done yet. Like I think Bishop is one of them. Trying to think who else.
Did you guys do Beast yet?
Yeah, we did a Beast. Beast was pretty cool. We just did Iceman. We've done Cyclops, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Rogue, Psylocke.
Colossus.
Colossus, yeah, Colossus is a good one. Nightcrawler. We haven't done Banshee. I love Banshee, but he might be a tough sell. Just a Banshee figure.
Professor X.
Professor X would be awesome. I'd love to do a Professor X in his yellow hover chair. That'd be really cool.
That'd be cool. And they have alternate head of him just like screaming, and then have like maybe like an attachment that could go on and like show some effect.
Clip on, pulsating mind energy.
Yeah, just don't make it look like what Hasbro did, where it just looked like it was a milky substance. That's all that effect looked like. It was a wild choice.
I haven't seen that one. I'll have to look it up.
I would like to see y'all do the Age of Apocalypse with them.
That'd be very cool. Yeah, Sabretooth, even just Sabretooth from that world. He's such a great design.
See, that would be tough because you'd have to do a 2-pack because he would have to come with Wild Child.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. I remember the old Toy Biz one. He was Wild Child was kind of a little statue, but it was still a cool set.
Yep, had the chain that was a loose chain, and then the clasp just clipped onto Sabretooth's arm. I think I still have the vintage one. Like those are some of the Toy Biz ones that I made sure that I kept along, and I think I have I got off eBay unopened Age of Apocalypse from Toy Biz, so I have that on the shelf. But yeah, that would be cool to see you guys do that. Then you guys could do a lot more, maybe like because we haven't got a Mr. Sinister
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be cool. You guys did a Mr. Sinister in general, not even just the
He's
Age of Apocalypse.
yeah, he's someone we've talked about, the regular standard 616 Mr. Sinister. That'd be great. Yeah.
Or you guys could beat Hasbro to the punch and make a Brood.
We did make a Brood. We made a Brood like, gosh, it might be like 15 years ago. I think we did a Brood and Skrull 2-pack. And then later on we did a Skrull 3-pack. We just repackaged the Skrull in a couple different colors. And then we did a Skrull with Skrull Queen set, I'm pretty sure. But the first set we did was a Skrull and a Brood. I don't know how many of them are out there, but I don't think I'm making it up. I think we did that. It was way before my time, so I would have been covering it back of the magazine. But yeah, I think it looked pretty nice if I remember correctly.
We got Yuang Chen asking any chance of reissue Silver Surfer and Mephisto.
I think Mephisto is a no. I've heard that it's a no. Silver Surfer might be possible. I'm not sure. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
Brood and Skrull. Yeah, Silver Surfer would be great because I know a lot of people don't have him. But yeah, I don't know if he's on our short list of reruns. Every now and then we'll decide that we want to rerun a figure. Rather than develop a new one for that particular month. But we're trying to get more new characters out there rather than doing reruns. So we're we've got a lot in development right now, a lot of different characters. But like I said, a couple movie characters, a few different comic characters. I don't know who's coming up next after the one we're offering in March, but I think there's a couple different candidates.
And then Total Recall has never been done. Imagine the 2 weeks woman mask with an opening head and Arnie sculpt inside. That would be sweet.
For sure, man. Quado and
The triple boob
Michael
lady.
the Michael Ironsides character would be great. I love Michael Ironside, so that character would be great. His assistant, who's really cool too. Johnny Cab, man, there's so many great characters from that movie. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
I'd love to see Arnold Commando figure. Would be cool too.
Yeah.
And everybody's throwing out like Perfect World, Die Hard, and Total Recall lines.
I do need a John McClane. That's really all I want from that wave is John McClane. But
yeah, I guess the one John McClane figure they did is pretty static. But I'd love to go deeper with that and do Alan Rickman, do Alexander Goodenough, do the guy who's the henchman in every movie. He's Asian. He has the long hair and the mustache.
He's the one that comes in the front door, right? That guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, there's a the guy who says "Booby, I'm your white knight." That guy. Hans, the computer guy who says they have got themselves an RV. There's lots of I love that movie so much. I could probably quote it pretty extensively, but it's a great movie to do lines. I'll pitch it personally. I'm gonna go to Chuck and say we should do that.
So at least
a couple
4 guys that would buy it. So.
Oh yeah. No, I mean it's everybody every year. Everybody in the world debates whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's not like it's not on the tip of everybody's mind like every second of every year.
I think it's a Christmas movie. I think first one and the second one are Christmas movies.
Oh yeah.
And then
third
Zach,
one,
were the Matrix gallery pieces tough to get approved?
I don't think so. We did a really good job with the likenesses. So, if it takes longer, then it's just because it's got to get routed through a lot of people, including talent. But I think it wasn't problematic at all. Like I said, likenesses were pretty solid on all of them. The Trinity looks great.
I've heard Warner Brothers is a lot easier to work with than say Disney on stuff like that. So
yeah, I don't know, but no, it's I think it's been pretty straightforward.
Connor's also saying Matrix 1 is begging for articulated figures.
No, I agree. I agree. I'm sure if it's something we can do, that's something we're looking into. But now the galleries are done.
Cutthroat says, I would like to see Diamond Select do Silk from the comic.
Silk would be very cool. I'll be honest, she hasn't come up on a lot of the lists that we've made, and I don't see a lot of people asking for her until just now. But she's a really cool design. She's a cool one-off character. You know, she's not starting a team. You know, part of a team that we need to make like 4 or 5 different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's got a great costume. So yeah, that would be a cool one to do. We did Spider-Gwen, which was a really cool figure. We did a Silk's PVC gallery diorama that came out really nice. But
The Miles Morales was really good too.
Miles Morales figure?
Yeah, I seen it while I was at Disney World.
Yeah, it's a pretty good figure. I love that it comes with Spider-Ham, mainly. But yeah, that one's pretty good. We've done a lot of spider characters. We did a Spider Woman like long ago. She's not the most posable figure we've ever made, but she came with a cool Hydra base, which was really neat, with Hydra troops in it, like half of Hydra troops, like waist up. No, Silk would be really fun to do. My boss Chuck, he loves Spider-Man, so whenever there's a new Spider-Man character to do, he's all over it. I've been pushing for Spider-Man 2099. That'd be a good one to do.
Well. Yeah,
that would be.
And that one's really hot right now.
Yeah, he's gonna be hot, next year when the movie comes out too, right? That doesn't come out this year, the third one, does it?
Maybe. There's that Spider-Woman.
Spider-Woman.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a sweet base.
Yeah.
And then Scooter says, any plans to do Dark Crystal figures?
Not currently, but yeah, I saw Dark Crystal when I was I think I saw it in theaters when I was really young, like probably too young to have seen it. Because it's so dark. Not dark in color, but like literally dark. It's very spooky.
Well, everybody's seen Jim Henson, so they're like, oh, we'll take the kids to see it.
Yeah, latest Muppet movie. Yeah,
right.
Kids left scarred for life.
Yeah, they're very a couple of different companies have tried to do figures for that, and I don't know how really far a lot of them got, but that'd be cool.
I used to see them on the end cap at Toys R Us. I don't
think they were hot.
They weren't really selling.
Somebody made a vinyl toy of one of the Skeksis, I think, a long time ago. I don't know if it ever came out, but there was a company that's doing like really high end figures. I think they did like some of the walkers with the really long legs. I don't think anybody ever made a Gartham. Garthams are cool. But yeah, it's a really cool designs. I think Brian Froud is the guy who did all the designs for the series, for the show. They're based on his characters, and they're really cool. I think it's in one of those movies that, like, even though it had a TV series recently, I don't think it's as
the TV series bombed. So
it wasn't a bad TV series, but it's still one of those.
Nobody watched it though. That was the problem.
Because nobody thinks of, let me go watch Dark Crystal, like unless you're a fan of Jim Henson in that era, I would say.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. It was pretty cool, but yeah, if it had done better, I'm sure it'd be something we'd be looking at. But doesn't seem like the fan base is really there. We're having a good time with Muppets. I know a lot of people want to see Sesame Street, and I know they're doing Sesame Street reaction figures now. But that's a whole nother license.
If you guys can pull off Sesame Street, would be so awesome.
What about Fraggle Rock?
Somebody's doing Fraggle Rock. What is it?
Great Space Coaster.
Boss Fight is doing Fraggle Rock.
Great Space Coaster.
Look it up. They're puppets,
right?
And then Mr. Chen says, will new Marvel Select be announced this month?
Not this month. This month you'll see new Rebel Moon later on this month, but next month we should see new Marvel Select and new Lord of the Rings next month.
Okay, and then of course everybody's saying I'm catching up now. Everybody says Paul was saying his name is Tim Capello, and yes, I do know the name off the top of my head. I'm that good. I still believe.
Yeah, I was just looking up Hanna-Barbera characters.
Grant says, how do actor likenesses rights work for properties? Do you need approval by individual actors, or does a property license cover it?
It varies by license. Some licenses the likeness is included just because it's the studio has the rights and approves everything, and some it's got to go to the actor. So yeah, it varies from license to license, but very rarely do we have to go back and forth too much before we get it right. We got really great sculptors, really amazing sculptors who do really great work.
That's why we'll never get a Tom Cruise figure, because he puts it in his contract that he won't do toys of his likeness. So
I didn't know that.
Trevor McGuire said X-Men is wide open to be recast. In my opinion, I agree.
Oh yeah, no, he would be hard to recast, but I think if somebody went and said, I want to make a Wolverine, I want to cast a Wolverine who is, more similar to the original comic concept of Wolverine than Hugh Jackman, then I think they could really do something special. Because Hugh Jackman's great. I love Hugh Jackman, but he's so tall and he's maybe not 100% the comic Wolverine that we all know.
And then Graham was said, got to make my usual pitch for New Zealand and lips for the Muppets line. And he says, how likely is Diamond Select to make these two?
Both have been discussed. Both have been discussed to be possible candidates for the figure after the next figure. So we'll see how well. I think Deadly and Pepe, the orders are in and we're making them, but we're going to see how well the next figure does, and then we'll keep going based on that. So we'll see. They're both on our short list.
And then talking back with G.I. Joe, Trevor saying I want a road pig with bike, but that's more of a Hasbro thing. Graham Tuttle said, could you do an original 5 X-Men version?
We did like 70s versions of Marvel Girl and Cyclops. So I think if we were to go and do different versions, we'd probably go forward in time and not backwards. I doubt we'd do like, a 1960s X-Men uniform, Cyclops, Jean, Angel, Beast, Iceman. So I think we'd probably go forward and do something a little more modern. That would be cool to do for Cyclops and Jean Grey, but we'll see. That's been discussed, but probably not 60s stuff. More like 90s, 2000s, 2010s, that sort of thing.
Trevor McGuire said, I always wanted to put a whole brood swarm on my shelf.
Yeah, I haven't checked prices on that lately. It might still be feasible. But
maybe do a brood queen, and then with a couple of broods with it type of set.
A brood queen would be very cool. Yeah, brood queen, and then we could repack the brood. I'm not sure if we still have the tooling for brood. We'll have to look into that.
Well, if you like Playmates, you got all of it still.
It says for now he has to settle for Joy Toy Tyranids.
Yeah.
Ooh, Trevor McGuire says I need a Diamond Select, technically I guess it'd be Marvel Select Weapon H.
A Weapon H would be very cool. We are working on something Weapon H, but not a Select figure. So you'll see more about that, I think, in March. So we are doing something with Weapon H, and depending on how big you like your Weapon H, it may work with Marvel Select, but we'll see.
Ooh, we got Spider Punk? Question mark.
Spider Punk would be awesome. After Spider-Man 2099, that would be like.
He's like after 2099.
Yeah, no. If I was to vote, which one I wanted to see first, it would probably be 2099, because I used to read that comic all the time. The back when it first came out, like with the Rick Leonardi art. I loved Spider-Man 2099. I read like I didn't read all the 2099 books, but I read Spider-Man.
And the Cutthroat said thank you for answering all his questions.
No problem.
Paul Hughes says I need Skeksis, the Chamberlain especially.
Yes.
Trevor makes a good point. Need more Labyrinth figures.
Oh yeah. No, to do like a big Ludo or it's who was it? NECA's done a couple different Jareths, right? And
Yeah.
I think they even did Jennifer Connelly, didn't they? I think they did. But to do the creatures would be really great.
But I think the NECA stuff, I don't know how articulated it was. I think it was
I don't think it was articulated at all. They were like statues.
I don't know if they
Screator.
really do articulation.
Screator nodding towards Judd. Great space coaster, 100%. And they said Smurfs and Trollkins, Snorks.
Oh, man. You could just do like 5 packs of the Smurfs, just 5 different Smurfs for every pack.
What is the Great Space Coaster?
Yeah.
You got to look it up.
I'll look it up afterwards.
You have to.
Unworthy said, good evening, gentlemen. What is up? And he says in art as well, because I guess I'm not a part of the gentleman. So I guess I'm just like a creature that's separate from a gentleman.
The Great Space Coaster looks like
Send
a
one to
horror
me, Trevor.
film.
Like what, Josh?
Like a horror film.
What? No. I would
Great
want that.
space coaster, man.
That's scary.
That's what I said. I was
That's
like,
scary. That's
Look
that
up
a
the theme
bear?
song,
There's
Josh.
Muppets.
well, don't play the theme song because you play it, then we'll get,
For that one, you probably there's no copyright on that. That was made in some dude's house. So, I've never seen that before in my life.
Then you haven't lived.
I guess not. Not at all. Jeez, the Great Space. Yeah, don't make these. Do not make these.
Archie Kiewicz, I'm back. Had to step away for dinner. I'll make sure to watch the
Oh.
replay. And then live action 3 hosts with puppets and animations equals Space Coaster.
I'd rather see like Schoolhouse Rock figures.
Oh, Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
You know what? Schoolhouse Rock would be cool as mini meats. And like
Yeah.
the plus as the box. That'd be
I'm
sweet.
just a bill sitting on capital B.
Remember 3-2-1 Contact, that TV show? They had
Yes.
the Bloodhound Gang of detectives. We do that.
There's so much good SWAT cats. I need somebody to make me
Yes.
some SWAT cats.
Ooh, Fat Albert.
There you go.
Because like I don't know, somebody's doing biker mice, so I'm like, okay, if we can just get some SWAT cats, I'll be set. Earthworm Jim's coming, so I'll be set.
SWAT Cats would be great, or Samurai Pizza Cats. That one too.
Yeah.
Samurai Pizza Cats would be cool.
And then we need any more Disney afternoon that you guys can pump out would be great.
The Darkwing Duck set did really well, I think, or at least the first run we did, I think, is mostly sold out. So I'm pushing to do another set of 2. I know what characters I want to see, but
Tailspin.
Tailspin was my
Yeah.
even more so than Darkwing Duck. Like I watched some Darkwing Duck, but Tailspin I watched like every episode.
Yeah, Tailspin, and then it was Darkwing Duck, and then Bonkers. I remember Bonkers, and then Gummy Bears. Those were like my 4 go-to on that.
Gummy Bears.
Yeah.
That'd be.
Yeah. That was another one I watched a lot of.
That one always reminded me of Peter Pan.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Peter Pan.
But like these came out so great. Like I like these. So
Well,
like
thank you.
that's what I'm saying. Like you guys did like the Disney afternoon kind of. I don't know how to explain like how they are, but yeah, you could do Gummy Bears. You could do the Tailspin just like this. But we also need like Launchpad and everybody else to go with.
Definitely Launchpad.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you got to do that with the mouse, the electric bad guy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Megavolt.
There was the water dog too.
Liquidator. Yeah.
Liquidator, yeah. See, that would be cool with like some translucent plastic.
The next pack, yeah, it's gotta be like Launchpad and then the mouse. I can't remember his dang name.
I think it's Megavolt.
I think it is Megavolt.
Yeah.
Megavolt, Liquidator, Bushroot, and
Bushroot, yeah.
I think there's another guy that I'm missing. Oh, Quackerjack.
Yeah, Yeah. And then what about? I mean, technically, he was in Darkwing, wasn't he? The guy that he was in DuckTales, and he had like the
Oh, Gizmo Duck. Yeah, we need
yeah,
Gizmo Duck.
the tire. He had the tires. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah, Gizmo Duck.
I think about how you would do an action figure of Gizmo Duck like every single day because he's got that one tire that he's got to balance.
Yeah. Well, that's how they did it at Funko. They just made the tire flat.
But with
Yeah.
you guys could just do like a tire peeling out effect that he could peg into.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that for
But
sure.
yeah, like if you don't do any other ducks, like Gizmo.
But then there's so many with Darkwing Duck you can open up because he had that. Didn't he have that vampire girlfriend too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? Fudge, I can't remember. Oh, the other duck cartoon on Disney Afternoon was the Mighty Ducks cartoon where they were.
Nobody wants that.
Oh, dude, I had all those figures, man. Those figures were so cool.
I don't think I ever watched that.
The only figure that grabbed my eye because he looked cool was the goalie. He had like the duck hockey mask.
The big guy.
But other than that, I just did not. Because wasn't it like they were like space at like ducks, but it was also hockey at the same time?
Yeah.
It was,
I didn't know they were from space. I guess I should have figured.
So it's Morgana Macabre is the vampire lady duck.
oh yeah, Paul already said it. He says.
Oh, okay.
Morgana Macabre wasn't a vampire. She wasn't.
And then Magica Dispel.
Was Magica Dispel on? She was on DuckTales, right? She
Was
was
she?
the magician on the lady sorceress on.
She might have had an appearance on Darkwing or something. I don't know. I just looked up Darkwing characters.
Archie said, "What would be the size of Rescue Rangers if made to the scale with any other Disney Afternoon characters?" Man, they'd be the size of Bean Bunny.
Yeah, probably. Because like they lived in a human world, right? They didn't live in like an animal world.
Right. They were just small.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lived in a tree and they flew around and fought that mobster cat or whatever.
Oh, right. There was a cat. Yeah, that's right. I forget what the other characters in the how other characters appeared though, if they were other animals or humans or what. I mean, but they'd have to be small compared to the ducks.
I mean, they were called Rescue Rangers, and
Focus.
That's the Unmade Series 2, right? Unmade Series 2.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of good characters there.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, the cat was called Fat Cat. Paul knows all this stuff.
He's just sitting on Disney Plus right now.
No, he just has that knowledge for like movies, music, and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it looked like they did another wave. They had like Darkwing, Launchpad, Gosling, her little buddy, the Megavolt, Bush.
Oh, I forgot her little buddy with the glasses and stuff. The little nerdy kid.
Yeah, and they did like the airplane, the duckbill airplane, and the bike too.
Oh yeah.
But now everybody wants everything. I want a true 1/12 scale. It's got to be fill my living room, kitchen, counter, tabletop, and
I don't care about scale. Like Negaduck and Darkwing, they don't scale with everything else, but I'll still use them. Like he could fight Snake Eyes or something.
Right.
I think whenever we do a line, we try to make it 1/10. So the ducks are, they're not human size, but they're like how tall an anthropomorphic duck would be compared to like a 1/10 scale human.
Yeah.
Like that's what we did with the Muppets. The Muppets are all meant to be in scale to all the action figures we do.
Who are you comparing it to? You just held up what?
Well, Super 7's in the same scale, so.
Oh, that's Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Okay. He was waiting all evening to do that.
You creepy Uncle Greg. Somebody out there's offended. They're like, "Hey, my uncle's name's Greg, and he's bald."
And he does look like Nosferatu.
That doesn't make it right.
Yeah. I've been playing with this guy a lot lately, Zach.
Oh yeah.
I love this figure.
Yeah, I love it too. We just did the metallic version that came out.
I haven't opened my metallic one yet.
Open it. He has it right there. Oh, both of you guys whipping out your metal robos.
Yeah, this way you can see what it's like in package. And
He has the green light up eyes.
yeah, this guy's cool too.
Yeah, they don't look green in pictures, but they're green in person.
Yeah.
When you take a picture, they come out a little. They're so
Oh
bright.
wow, his are a lot more shiny than the other one.
Let's see, we're all busting out robos, you know. I got the one I put on his.
You got the angry one, angry battle ready.
Judd's down for the count.
Get your life alert.
TKO.
Doing flips.
Help! I've fallen and I can't
The
get
main
up.
thing is, as long as that thing doesn't crack the screen or hit anything, that's.
Oh, and then we got these in. Zach,
Old school.
these are cool.
Yeah, you.
I'm
hooked us up
debating
with the
leaving
old
them in or taking them out though. I took out my alien, which I regret, but
Wow,
You can always put it back in.
that was old school right there.
the alien's great, and then you know, we got
So the Rescue Rangers would be this big.
There you
All
go.
right, from Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be very small.
It'd be easy to like fit into a pack of like something else, you know.
that could be one of those accessory packs, you know, that you're talking about. Just have Rescue Rangers. And
Oh,
that
yeah,
scale.
We
Bag
believe
it.
all of them though. Monty.
Oh
what
yeah,
was-
Monty with his expressive cheese
Yeah, well-
expression.
You guys see the new movie? The movie they did of
yeah, and Monty's like it's like a drug addict thing. Like he's addicted to the cheese.
It was cute.
Yeah,
It was cute. It wasn't bad.
It was good.
I like how they mixed it. It was almost like a. I mean, like it's not as good, but it's almost like a modern day like Roger Rabbit type of thing.
Yeah.
that
for
they're
sure,
pulling.
absolutely.
There you go. Do Roger Rabbit. That'd be an awesome license.
I just want Jessica.
I'm willing to bet that is a licensing nightmare, but I'm curious to know what the situation
Would
is.
it? But would it be a licensing if you're just doing like say like? Well, if you did Roger Rabbit, you have to do Jessica. Jessica would be a way bigger scale, I would think.
Yeah, well, he would be small.
Because
He'd be
his
small
height
like
to
the
her
character.
was.
Yeah, she'd be 1/10 scale. She'd be 7 inches tall, and then he'd be ducktail size and or Darkwing size, and then the baby would be really small, and Eddie Valiant would
all
be
the
like
weasels.
I'd love an Eddie Valiant figure. Eddie Valiant would be great. And you gotta have an alternate head for the judge.
Yep. Man.
Or some cool world figures. I would like that.
Cool World.
Maybe
Jeez.
not.
That would be
Maybe
awesome
not
too.
Cool World.
Can have that one little baby one, and then have an attachment where it's peeing. You know, when it's peeing in the off the car under the cops.
I don't remember that one.
The big like furry dude put the baby cartoon, like the guy out the roof of the limo, I guess they were in, and then the cartoon cops were chasing after him, and he peed on him. It made him wreck.
Remember, did you ever watch Bebe's Kids?
No.
You remember that one?
I remember it. I never watched it.
I mean, if we're gonna go there, then they can do Baby's Kids and Afro Samurai.
There you go.
Afro Samurai would be sweet.
Yeah, I think someone made an Afro Samurai figure back in the day, long time ago. Back
What
when it was
about-
out.
What about Samurai Jack?
There were definitely Samurai Jack toys, but I don't remember how good they were. They might have been very action feature heavy.
I think they were Playmates. I think
Maybe, yeah.
probably did it.
Ooh, somebody saying Adam's Family.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Yeah.
Johnny Bravo. I don't know if he would sell because like when he'd be canceled nowadays. 'cause he was,
Hoo-ha,
like,
my head. Oh yeah, that's
he is
toxic.
super sexist.
Old Dexter's Laboratory. Those are cool.
Ooh, I do Dexter's Lab. I watched that with the kids.
Somebody did what they did Powerpuff Girls not that long ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want more Powerpuff Girls.
But they don't do them right. So it's like if you're gonna do Powerpuff Girls, there's so many like villains and cool characters that you gotta bust out. You know, you didn't even Jojo, and then what is it? What was the devil dude that wore the thigh high?
Yeah, he was
boots?
like
him or what?
he was ahead of his time.
Yeah, it's him.
He was called him, right?
Yeah, I think him.
The Dexter's Lab, you'd have that whole like they had the spin-off like sort of of like M for Monkey, and then they had those superhero group that they did. They were making fun of like the Avengers.
Yeah.
Because you had the Thor guy that had like the guitar, and then you had like a purple Hulk and stuff like
Remember?
that.
Do you remember Secret Squirrel?
Yeah. That was that
That's Hanna
that was
Barbera.
That was Hanna-Barbera, yeah.
Was
Super
it?
Secret Squirrel, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
He had his little sidekick that was a mole.
The mole.
Yeah.
I used to watch Quick Draw McGraw. I used to watch that a lot.
Ricochet Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
So much good stuff. I'm gonna stop bugging you about it, and I'm just gonna send a message to Chuck with like a line of.
But see, the biggest thing is like we could sit here and mention all these what ifs. These would be cool. It's like we got to have fellow other collectors that'd be down to it because it is the company making something and it's got to sell. They can't have 4 people buy it and be like, yeah, that was a success.
With the age of most collectors, I think Hanna-Barbera, certain ones would do pretty well.
I mean, has anybody done like besides the 5-point articulated ones? Has anybody done a solid Scooby-Doo?
No.
Set?
Not really. Nobody's done like really high-end articulated. By high-end, I mean like, a $30 figure. No one's really done high-end Scooby-Doo. It's really like a mainstream toy line, and they've only done like 4-inch figures. You can get, and Playmobil did that too.
We only got those ones because of that new movie that came out too. But they weren't very good. They were like the new Playmate Turtles. They were okay. But
yeah, Scooby-Doo, I'm sure, is a tough license to get. I'm sure it's like one that everybody wants to do, and yeah, I bet it's a tough one. But it's if you're talking about a line that has a long-term fan base and like everybody still loves it today, and there's always new content coming out for it. That's one where that's like a no-brainer to do. But
Judd has the 5-point articulated Scooby stuff.
That's cool.
No, this is Playmobil.
Oh, that's the Playmobil one?
Yeah.
That one looks pretty good. I like Playmobil. They do some cool stuff. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. I need some Supernatural figures, some Sam and Dean in my life. That would be cool.
In their car.
Yeah. Be sick.
We don't need a Supernatural. That's like saying we need more Buffy figures or Angel figures.
What about Charlie's Angels?
There you go.
Classic show or new movie? I like the new movie.
Show. Come on.
I love the
new
movie.
Is it even a question?
Classic movie though. The newest one or like the
not the very new one. Not the very new one, but
okay,
like Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, and Drew.
Yeah, those were good ones.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. You could do it. Actually, you could do them in sets, just 2 sets.
Yeah, you got to get Sam Rockwell, and you got to get Bill Murray, the Irish guy from the second movie where he plays an Irish guy, Justin Theroux. He's great.
I don't know what Bree Mackey's saying. IP, laugh out loud. I don't know.
Maybe they're peeing.
Like maybe. IP. Okay.
I mean, you could do the A-Team.
Yeah, nobody's ever really done those.
A-Team mini-mates with a vehicle.
Yeah.
Mini-made vehicles are tough. You really got to have a big order for a vehicle to happen because it's a lot of tooling. Back when we were working with Toys R Us did a couple of different vehicles with us. They did Back to the Future. They did Aliens. They did Munsters. We did Munsters vehicles. But yeah, to do a vehicle now, you really got to find a big retailer to work with you on that. Just because the quantities have to be, high for it to really make sense financially. Otherwise, you're charging an arm and a leg for it. Nobody's gonna buy it.
I guess that's more of your that could work. Well, again, I have to get the order and interest, but Wacky Racers would work.
Yep, there's the Back to the Future mini-made vehicle. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Mini-Mates is a really fun line. It's had a long history. It's been a lot of different things. For a while, Art Asylum released some sets on their own back when they were 3 inches tall. And then after DST bought Art Asylum, they also worked with play along on the C3 line, which is a construction line. They did like Justice League, DC Comics, stuff like that. And they did Lord of the Rings, I think, with play along. I'm pretty sure. I don't think they did it on their own. And then DST bought Art Asylum, and they launched the Marvel line, and the rest is history.
And it's a good history. You guys been releasing some amazing figure.
Yep.
That was the vehicle.
Yeah, the Aliens APC.
What?
Yeah, that thing's cool.
Yeah,
That's
that
really
is
cool.
one of the best vehicles. Is from Aliens. I mean, it's that, and then the big mech suit that Ripley used.
Yeah, that one came out great. I still have mine. I got the cannon for it. It's still kicking around here. My kids love my Alien. They've never seen Aliens. They love my Alien mini-mates. So I still have the cannon. And the vehicle is out there somewhere. I got to find it. And
it fits the mini-mate inside it.
Yeah, it fits like 3 or 4 mini-mates inside it. There's a couple different chairs in there. And then it's got the whole top of it opens up, and there's a sliding door on the side.
That's awesome. So yeah, so we again, anybody watching, if we can get enough people rallied together suggesting these things, we can make stuff happen.
A-team vehicle, make it happen, guys.
Aren't you already getting a A-team van from Ramen?
No, I'm not getting it as the A-team van. I want it as the Punisher van.
How do y'all pick new licenses? I may have asked before, but I forgot the answer.
Well, the president, looks at stuff. Sometimes if it's a new license, we'll go after it. Sometimes we'll work with different studios and do like library deals. We'll say, hey, we want to do a couple different licenses from your library. We've done that with Warner Brothers. We've done that with Disney. Classic movies. We've done it with other studios too, but that's with classic licenses. New licenses, we look at shows that we think are popular and will continue to be popular and aren't going anywhere. Sometimes we wait for a second season, but sometimes we don't. Like Invincible, I think we launched not too long after the movie, the first season. I mean, Game of Thrones, we're making stuff long after the show's on the air, but we're also doing stuff for House of the Dragon, which is where we just announced the first series not too long ago. Sometimes it's a wait and see, and sometimes it's we want to strike while the iron's hot. We want to get on board early on if we know it's going to be a hit or we think it's going to be a hit, like with Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon, we're looking forward to the second movie. The first series did really well. We're offering the second series later this month.
Nice.
I'm glad it did well because there was a lot of naysayers, how the internet is about the movie. So I'm glad.
Yeah, Zack Snyder fans are very divided. There's some people who are big Zack Snyder supporters, some people who aren't. But I enjoy a lot of his movies, and I enjoyed the new movie, and I'm looking forward to seeing the sequel.
Yeah, it's what, April, Zach, that they're releasing?
Possibly. I got to double check when the date is, but it's definitely early this year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
What was Rebel Moon on?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
Yeah, all Zack Snyder is like Netflix now. He's done. This is what, his third and fourth movie he's done for Netflix.
Oh yeah, right. Because Army of the Dead, right? And
Army of the Dead, and then there was like a spinoff of that.
Army of Thieves, I think it's called. Yeah, Army of the Dead was great. I loved Army of the Dead.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Security said A-Team, Knight Rider, and Airwolf mini-mates may have a demand, even a triple 80s set.
Airwolf is all about the vehicle. It's like, I don't even know if you need mini-mates. You just need a helicopter.
You just need the helicopter. Would Diamond think about making a 1/4 or 1/3 scale Celestial?
Ooh.
1/4 scale Celestial. That'd still be bigger than the planet, right? That'd be pretty big.
Yeah.
Like doing it like 1/4 human scale. I mean, that'd be pretty big. I don't know if we could, what our licensing includes for for Marvel Select, it'd probably need to be something that the biggest we can get, I think, is the size of our packaging. So like a Juggernaut, Abomination, stuff like that. So I don't think we'd do something like that.
Maybe just
If
like a
it was
bust
celestial
statue
figure, but
with like a head and a hand, you know?
doing like a half scale bust or something like that would be really cool. They're cool designs, the Celestials. But that'd be pretty neat to do a bust. Um, I don't know if people would display a bust with the rest of their collection, but it would be pretty cool.
And that's where these collectors need to break out of their comfort zone, you know. And it's like it's okay to have sculptures and stuff like that, and then mix it. I don't understand where it's like the way of collecting now. It's like you got to only do it this way.
Yeah.
It's like as kids, I had everything. I was battling everything. I'd have GI Joes, Ninja Turtle, come on nowhere, Micro Machines, and all this stuff would just be this crazy battlefield. And now it's like people are like, no, I can't mix this with that. This has got to be this scale. It's got to be this, and it's like, when did everybody become so bougie and picky? You know?
They're adults now, that's why. But like I gotta make room on my turtle shelf for this one.
No, you just
Yeah.
gotta, you know, that's. I think that Judd has a shelf in his room for that. Josh, just send it to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
What?
You don't even like Raphael. Judd does.
What do you mean? I like all the turtles. Judd just hates the rest of them.
But all right, we've been going for an hour and 51 minutes, and I'm sure Zach, you got family and stuff to attend to. I don't want to keep you on too long, and the questions have sort of calmed down. So I guess as we do that, since everybody's sort of chilling, yeah, we can start ending it. So I mean, where can everybody find and how can people get up to date information for Diamond?
Well, you can sign up for emails at diamondselecttoys.com. And our sister site is gentlgiantltd.com if you're like Star Wars and stuff like that. And then we're Collect DST on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook, we're Diamond Select Toys, one word. And yeah, we're going to announce a bunch of stuff this year for the 25th. We're going to do another photo contest. We're going to be putting the logo on our packaging. We're going to do a bunch of giveaways. And yeah, a lot of fun stuff. We're working on kind of stuff for San Diego and New York Comic Cons. We're going to be there. And we'll be doing that 25th anniversary fan fest in probably April. So we're gonna do a sort of a rundown of what's upcoming and show off some new stuff.
RG is digging the idea of a photo contest.
Yeah, no, we did a Mini Mates photo contest last year, maybe the year before, but we're gonna do one where you can enter a picture of any DST product from our 25-year history. So it's gonna be pretty wide open. It'll be very cool.
That's awesome.
I'm
All right,
definitely
and then of course I'll have all the links and stuff down in the description. You know, once the stream ends, I'll have it all updated with all that stuff so you guys can find and keep track and purchase your Diamond figures, not only from directly Diamond Select, but you guys can get them from Hella Dope Toys as well. So don't be sleeping on your Diamond stuff. They aren't figures that are going to be around all the time. Once they're gone, they're gone. And
then they're expensive. Like the Immortal Hulk is $200 right now.
Really?
Jeez.
Wow.
Jeez.
Is it? I'll say mine for $150.
$212.
It's open.
Well, that's why I keep telling everybody go grab the Blade if you can get him at retail, because he's going to be one of those later, like Mephisto, Hulk, all those.
Yeah, it's true. So you guys heard it here. Go get your Diamond stuff. Don't be sleeping on it. Anybody that has something in their Amazon cart, go check it out. You know.
And if you see something you like, definitely pre-order. Pre-ordering is the best way to let people know that you want it. So,
yep.
Definitely pre-order if you see something you like.
Go pre-order Joe Fixit.
Everybody.
When we offer Joe Fixit, go pre-order.
And you guys know where to get. You guys can find Cox Street and Concrete Toys. You know, Cox Street Instagram, Concrete Toys is on TikTok. And he's that's pretty much it right now, right, Josh?
Yep. I don't do anything else.
And you guys know where to find me. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and here. The Froggy Geezer. It's when I just have to get in my DeLorean and go to my future self and say, "Hey, we're doing a stream. Be ready." And then I come back and we get ready for the stream. Maybe one day he'll do some sort of Froggy Geezer Instagram or something. But
Maybe.
no, he's not going to.
Maybe he'll start taking Hot Wheel pictures or something. You lazy bum.
But as I tell you guys every time we do the streams and all my videos, I thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Thank you, Zach, for taking time out of your day to come on when we invite you on. It's always a blast. And I want all you guys to have a great rest of your evening. Have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting and have a beautiful day.
Later.
Bye.